Hey, it's Scott Barlow from Happen to Your Career, and I'm doing an impromptu video for you today because I'm a little bit fired up right now. I sent out an email to yesterday and introduced you to my friend Jeff Woods. And Jeff is absolutely a master at building relationships and leveraging mentorship and really being able to build relationships with mentors so that you can learn things that you don't really even know that you don't know much faster. And at the same time, once you do that, my experience has been you tap into their networks and be able to really leverage that as well. And here's the thing, Jeff is not a master necessarily at just that skill in itself, but also at delivering value to the people that would be your mentors in the first place. Okay, so why am I fired up about this? Because I sent you that email yesterday and I got a whole bunch of responses back saying, oh geez, I just don't know if this is going to work for me. And is this really even possible? To be able to build relationships with people and then at the same time really have that turn into something that's useful for you down the road. So, I'm not upset by their emails at all. And if you sent one of those emails, then totally cool. Appreciate you. You can send it anytime. Tell me how you really feel. I would much rather know that. At the same time, though, what I realize is I don't think I've done a great job of teaching you how some of this stuff works. So that's part of the reason I'm fired up, because there's still this very transactional type attitude, and if people don't understand, if you don't understand how it's going to lead, if you don't understand how it's going to directly impact you, you're unwilling to do it. And the funny thing is, building relationships requires a bit of selflessness. It really, truly does. And in order to put that selflessness out into the world, you have to trust that you might not get anything in return. And that you have to be okay with that. You have to reconcile with that before you can ever really use any of the, tactics, techniques, or even the principles behind it. Take this as an example. We spend countless hours every single week doing things to be able to build relationship with you. You who are watching this video, you who are reading our email list, you who are visiting our website. Most of the people that we communicate with, they're never going to buy something, or we don't expect everybody to buy something, and that's totally okay. I'm 100% okay with that. Some people just like to be on our email list, or they're getting value from our free stuff. That's part of the reason why we choose to make our free stuff extremely valuable, so much so that I get emails all the time saying, hey, why are you not charging for this? And I'm 100% okay with that. But I also know that when we put that selflessness out into the world, that some people are going to purchase. Some people we're going to be able to help at a different level. Some people, if you're building relationships with mentors, if you're building relationships with other people, some people are going to be able to help you. Sometimes it's immediately, sometimes it's down the road, sometimes you can't predict. But what I've seen again and again and again is the best things in life happen through relationships. Some of you have been here since the very beginning with Mark Sieverkrop. Mark Sieverkrop is also very good at this. That's actually how Mark and I connected, is through other relationships that he'd built. And then he came on board to help me found this company. And then that's how he's gotten every single job throughout his entire life. That's actually how he went from going being in a job to making the leap into entrepreneur and getting his first clients, is because he took the time to build those relationships. He didn't know it was going to pay off in that way, but instead he had a really good vision for where he wanted to go, and at the same time was willing to put that bit of selflessness out there. Okay, so I took you all the way through that because I wanted to be able to say this. Jeff is a great teacher when it comes to these sort of things, and he will help put it to you in a way that you can follow it. Even if you're an introvert, even if you're not sure about putting yourself out there, even if you're unsure about how this whole selflessness idea works, and you are not seeing anything from your old transactional mentality. And that's okay if that's where you're at. But what I want you to do is, if that's something that interests you, I want you to go ahead and sign up for the webinar that Jeff and I are going to do. Jeff's leading it. I'm hosting it. I asked him to do it and I actually asked him to come on our podcast again because he's done such a phenomenal job with that. So we sought him out. Plus, I just enjoy talking to him. So if you've already listened to our conversation, that's awesome. You already know what I'm talking about. If not, go ahead and subscribe to the HTYC podcast, the Happen to Your Career podcast, on iTunes or Stitcher or wherever you want to get your podcasts, and then you can listen to our conversation there for free. Also, take a moment, right below here, and sign up for the webinar that we're putting on this coming Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific time or 9 p.m. Eastern time. And I think you'll find it very, very worth your while. If you come into it, though, with the attitude that this is not going to work for you, I guarantee it's not going to work for you. If you come into it with the attitude that, and the outlook and the mental perspective that, hey, there's a whole bunch I can take away from this guy who's been there and done it, I guarantee you'll learn something, and I guarantee it'll be worth your time. Thanks so much. Hey, if there's anything I can ever do for you, don't hesitate to email. Don't hesitate to contact us. This is what we do this is my livelihood. So happy to help. We'll talk to you all later. Adios.